Hello, Chickasaw champions. It's Miss Scanlon here. I miss you guys so much. This is crazy that we're not in school right now, but I have a little something special for you. Since I am missing you guys terribly, I decided we could maybe spend some time together, even though we're not at school together, by reading one of my favorite stories. Okay, I've loved this story for so long, and I hope that you love it just as much as I do. This story is called Alexander and the Terrible, Horrible, No Good, Very Bad Day. We've all had bad days, right? I know I've had a few myself, and I'm not having that much fun since we're not in school, to be honest with you. So I can't wait to share this story with you. I went to sleep with gum in my mouth, and now there's gum in my hair. And when I got out of bed this morning, I tripped on the skateboard, and by mistake, I dropped my sweater in the sink while the water was running, and I could tell it was going to be a terrible, horrible, no good, very bad day. At breakfast, Anthony found a Corvette Stingray car kit in his breakfast cereal box. And Nick found a junior undercover agent code ring in his breakfast cereal box. But in my breakfast cereal box, all I found was breakfast cereal. I think I'll move to Australia. In the carpool, Mrs. Gibson let Becky have a seat by the window. Audrey and Elliot got seats by the window too. I said I was going to be scrunched. I said I was being smushed. I said, if I don't get a seat by the window, I'm going to be car sick. No one even answered. I could tell it was going to be a terrible, horrible, no good, very bad day. At school, Mrs. Dixon liked Paul's picture of the sailboat better than my picture of the invisible castle. At singing time, she said I sang too loud. At counting time, she said I left out 16. Who needs 16? I could tell that it was going to be a terrible, horrible, no good, very bad day. I could tell because Paul said I wasn't his best friend anymore. He said that Philip Parker was his best friend and that Albert Moyo was his next best friend and that I was only his third best friend. I hope you sit on a tack, I said to Paul. I hope the next time you get a double-decker strawberry ice cream cone that the ice cream part falls off the cone and lands in Australia. Somebody's getting a bad attitude. There were 2 cupcakes in Philip Parker's lunch bag, and Albert got a Hershey bar with almonds, and Paul's mother gave him a piece of jelly roll that had little coconut sprinkles on the top. Guess whose mother forgot to put in dessert? It was a terrible, horrible, no good, very bad day. That's what it was, because after school, my mom took us all to the dentist, and Dr. Fields found a cavity just in me. Come back next week and I'll fix it, Dr. Fields said. Next week, I'm going to Australia. On the way downstairs, the elevator door closed on my foot, and while we were waiting for my mom to get to the car, Anthony made me fall where it was muddy, and then when I started crying because of the mud, Nick said I was a crybaby, and, what's gonna happen next? While I was punching Nick for saying that I was a crybaby, my mom came back with the car and scolded me for being muddy and fighting. I'm having a terrible, horrible, no good, very bad day, I told everybody. No one answered. So then we went to the shoe store to buy some sneakers. Anthony chose white ones with blue stripes. Nick chose red ones with white stripes. I chose blue ones with red stripes. But then the shoe man said, "We're all sold out." They made me buy plain old white ones, but they can't make me wear them. When we picked up my dad at his office, he said I couldn't play with his copying machine, but I forgot. He also said to watch out for the books on his desk, and I was careful as I could be, except for my elbow. He also said, don't fool around with his phone. But I think I called Australia. My dad said, please don't pick him up anymore. It was a terrible, horrible, no good, very bad day. There were lima beans for dinner, and I hate lima beans. There was kissing on TV. Ugh, I hate kissing. Ugh. My bath was too hot. I got soap in my eyes. My marble went down the drain, and I had to wear my railroad train pajamas. I hate my railroad train pajamas. When I went to bed, Nick took back the pillow he said I could keep with the Mickey Mouse nightlight burned out, and I bit my tongue. The cat wants to sleep with Anthony, not with me. It's been a terrible, horrible, no good, very bad day. My mom says some days are just like that. Have you ever had a day just like that? Mm-hmm. Even in Australia. The end. So he thinks that even if he moves to Australia, or that if he moves to Australia, his life is going to get so much better. But unfortunately, there's problems everywhere. We see that right now with the fact that we can't be in school hanging out together and learning together, right? But we'll make it through, just like we make it through all of our terrible, horrible, no good, very bad days. So just remember, even though we can't be together in Chickasaw, I still love you and I miss you all terribly. Take care of yourself. Don't forget to wash your hands. Be safe, be healthy, and be happy. Bye, guys.